On First Republic, is this it? Are you bracing for more banks to fail?
So let me lay out a couple of things. We haven't really had an opportunity to speak to this on the record. So as you saw, today's actions ensure the continued resilience of the banking system, including at community and other banks, which are vital to the American economy, small businesses, and workers as well. All First Republic insured and uninsured deposits are being assumed by J.P. Morgan Chase. The American people and American businesses can continue to have confidence that their deposits will be there if they need them. At the same time, these actions are being taken in a manner that ensures that the First Republic, which was severely mismanaged, is being held accountable. While depositors are being protected, shareholders will entirely lose their investments. And in addition, no taxpayer dollars will be used to facilitate this action. Any losses associated with the resolution of First Republic will be borne by fees on banks and not by taxpayers. Going forward, the President has been clear that we must be or do more to ensure the continued resilience of the banking system. The President has called on Congress to take additional action to ensure that regulators have the tools they need to hold the executives of failed institutions accountable. And he has called on regulators to reverse a series of steps taken during the prior administration to relax regulation and supervision of large regional banks like Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and now First Republic. Look, we wanted to make sure, the President wanted to make sure that any losses will be borne by fees on banks and not taxpayers. That was the directive that the President gave, and that is the action that you have seen the FDIC take and regulators.
The President today also said we have to be able to make sure that we're not back in this position again, saying I think we're well on our way to be able to make that assurance. Beyond calling on Congress to take these steps, as you just mentioned, what steps are you taking to avoid this from happening again? I guess, why so confident?
So look, we are very confident because we have put forward tools, five specific tools that I can speak to that the President wanted to make sure that were out there. Again, we have taken decisive and forceful actions these past several weeks to make sure that the banking system is in a stable position, and that's what you've seen this administration do. Look, first, the FDIC quickly took control of Silicon Valley Bank's and Signature Bank's assets and protected all depositors at both banks without putting taxpayer dollars at risk. Second, the Fed's new lending facility is helping banks meet the needs of all of their depositors. Third, we encourage the FDIC to exempt community banks from any special assessments it imposes to refill the Deposit Insurance Fund after recent failures. Fourth, the President called for regulators to reverse steps taken during the prior administration to weaken regulation and supervision of large regional banks, as I mentioned before, Silicon Valley, Signature Bank, and First Republic. And of course, the FDIC's resolution of First Republic today protected all depositors as well. So these are the tools that we have in our tool belts to prevent this from happening again. But as you have seen over the last couple of weeks, we have taken decisive and forceful actions. And of course, we're going to be continuing to monitor this. This is something that the FDIC is monitoring, but at the direction of the President. His economic team has made sure that, again, depositors and families and American families are not paying for mistakes from these banks.
And just one more. Right now, the FDIC's standard limit is $250,000. We're seeing growing support for raising that insurance cap. Is that something the President supports?
So, look, the President has proposed a number of concrete steps to strengthen our banking system. He's called for regulators to reverse the steps taken, as I mentioned, and he's called for Congress to take additional action, so to ensure that regulators have the tools that they need on top of the tools that he's put forward. And the President's economic team is certainly reviewing. There's a FDIC report that I'm sure that you've seen on deposit insurance, and so the team's going to review that, and we'll hopefully have more to share.